entire roster is young. And I think the best way to put this, I feel like the Rams are the cleaner tactician. They're the Floyd Mayweather. The Seahawks are Tyson. You're swinging from the heels, okay? But yesterday, I mean, how can Sam Darnold throw 4 picks and they're going for the win? If Stafford throws 4 picks, they get blown out. Why? Stafford is older. He's a cleaner quarterback. He hasn't had a pick since September. They don't have penalties. It is a very mature offense that's well coached, very efficient. I've been saying for weeks, it's the cleanest team in the league. Seattle is the younger, crazier brother who's super talented, but does stuff sometimes that's way reckless. But Darnold's ability, he's so athletic to ad-lib out of plays that fail or play calls that aren't working, that it gives Seattle a second, a third, a fourth life. Rams take a lead. They're great on script. They don't have any penalties. They don't make mistakes. They have the greatest punt ever. And here are the flailing Seahawks and Sam Darnold and picks, and they just keep coming at you. It is just a flurry and a fury of athleticism from Seattle. They had over double the first downs. In the second and third quarters, Rams never had the ball. So I've been saying this all year. I thought it was going to be a go-either-way game, and I thought it was 28-27. But the older, mature, wiser brother, the Rams, beat the crazy, talented, reckless brother, the Seahawks. But if they played again, I'm not sure who'd I'd like. Seattle is a young team, and young teams can often struggle to find an identity. The Seahawks don't. Darnold strangely fits them perfectly. Stafford quarterbacking the Seahawks would feel odd. Stafford's got McVay and a veteran tight end, some offensive linemen that have been around. And I kind of feel like, Devontae Adams, old, wise, smart, clean, efficient. Stafford feels like the Rams and exactly what they need. Yet Darnold, even with 4 picks, feels like he's a perfect fit for the young, youthful, little more mistake-prone Seahawks. By the way, in the Seahawks' 3 losses, they've had multiple giveaways. And they're still all one-possession losses. So, I mean, you get into the octagon with the Seahawks, and they're just bringing massive athleticism. And they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to come at you 100 miles an hour. And, again, if Stafford threw 4 picks, I'm like, the Rams would lose ugly. Seattle throws 4 on the road, gets the ball kicked down to the 1-inch line, and almost wins it.
Exactly. I'm glad to hear that the analysis aligns with my own take, specifically regarding the Seattle Seahawks. It's pretty remarkable. As I said in my post-game video, if you actually watch how that game unfolded and see what Matthew Stafford and the Rams were able to do, you can feel weirdly optimistic about the Seahawks. Yes, Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. I get it, critics will pounce on that, saying he saw ghosts and can't handle the moment. That's fine. Haters are going to hate. But if you move past that simplistic narrative, you see a more complex picture. Our quarterback didn't play well, and yet we still almost won the game. The Rams, who are supposed to be an elite team with an MVP-caliber quarterback in Stafford and one of the best coaches in Sean McVay, only managed 12 first downs. Our quarterback gave the ball away 4 times, and they only scored 21 points. Let's look at the context. The Seahawks still racked up 414 total yards. They ran 79 plays to the Rams' 50. They were 7 for 16 on third down. They dominated time of possession, 37-49 to 22-11. When your quarterback has a terrible day with 4 turnovers and you still lose by just 2 points, it says something about the overall strength of your team. That's why I feel encouraged. And I'm excited to see how head coach Mike McDonald and offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak troubleshoot with Sam Darnold for the next game. This is where a coach proves his worth. A previous coach failed to make adjustments after a tough loss, sticking with a pass-heavy approach that didn't work. In contrast, a coach like Ben Johnson, a superior play caller, understands the need to establish the run and make things easier for his quarterback. I'm fascinated to see the Seahawks' response. And let's be clear, Darnold's final line was 29 for 44 for 279 yards. This wasn't a case of him being completely inept and piling up stats in garbage time. These were hard-fought yards in a close game. Some in the comment section claimed the Rams bottled up Jackson Smith and Jigba, but he had 9 catches for 105 yards. That's not being bottled up. They're still integrating new pieces into the offense. The point is, you turn the ball over 4 times and the final score is 21-19, and your defense holds a red-hot quarterback to 130 yards and 4.6 yards per attempt. I feel pretty good about that. Who bottled up whom? Puka Nacua, widely considered a top receiver, was held to 75 yards. The opportunistic, textbook punch to force a fumble on Puka was a masterclass play they'll be showing at every level of football. As long as you don't believe there is some inherent, unfixable flaw in Sam Darnold, which I do not, you should feel really good about the team's potential. The best part is we get a rematch. You'll get all the information and confidence you need about this Seahawks team when they play again. To be clear, Sam Darnold did not play great. There's no secret silver lining where he actually played well. But for the Seahawks as a whole, it's remarkable to turn the ball over 4 times and be in a position to win. I'll go a step further. You should have won. The final drive was mismanaged. They took too much time off the clock. If they hadn't been pinned back at the 1-yard line, they could have attempted a much more manageable game-winning field goal. This is a new team still building chemistry and experience, unlike the well-established partnership of McVay and Stafford. These things take time. It's not hard to imagine that with just 5 to 8 more yards, they kick the game-winning field goal. And the remarkable part is that this near victory didn't rely on fluky mistakes from the Rams, like a muffed punt or a brutal fumble. The Seahawks were in a position to win based on their own merit, which makes the performance more significant and promising to me. So, I remain optimistic. I don't believe Sam Darnold has a fatal defect. He just had a bad game. I'm excited to see what solutions McDonald and Kubiak devise for him. That's what I'm looking for next. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Seattle Seahawks falling to the Los Angeles Rams? What were your main takeaways from this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree, let's get some discussions going. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and would love to have you be a part of it. I want to build something we all feel connected to and are really excited about. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.